Welcome to my second episode of my series of zodiac signs in the horror convention. At the very beginning, I would like to thank you for all the beautiful and warm words of support that I received from you in the first film in this series. I got so many great comments that I was not able to answer of all of them. I really did not expect that my Virgo would meet with such interest. Libra. I read a lot of description about Libra and decided to choose those ones that inspired me for this work. What caught my attention? This is the only zodiac constellation represented by inanimate object. People born under the sign of Libra are calm, honest, and they hate loneliness. The symbol of Libra is based on the scales of justice from Thermida, the Greek goddess of divine law and justice. She became an inspiration for the image of modern Lady Justice. It is an air sign. Air signs are very strong. They are known from their ability to influence other people. Oof. After a long brainstorm, my interpretation was created. Some time ago, I took interest in the subject of artificial intelligence. I have seen various films, interviews, and so on this subject. There are more and more robots programs that are supposed to be based on artificial intelligence. I think that is the great opportunity and at the same time a great treat for humanity. In my opinion, artificial intelligence fits the description of the sign. Making just choices that will be good for the planet. People have always aspired to self-destruction. This is our nature. I think that many people are afraid that artificial intelligence will want to take over the world, but still, human curiosity overcomes fear. My current victim is the Spectra Wondergeist Monster High doll. I decided to change the head for another one that was in my box. This is the head from the set creator or monster, Skeleton. I cut her. Unfortunately, the marker I used terribly ruined her pale complexion. In this situation, acetone helps. As in the previous Project V from League of Legends, I throw the head into acetone for about 20 hours. Remember that acetone will shrink the head and make it harder. After about 3 hours, I noticed that the back of the head just dissolved. Ew. Somehow, I have not thought before that this kind of material will be eaten by acetone like a sandwich. Oh gosh, never mind. I pulled it out and put it down to dry. What was the upside? Acetone perfectly cleaned up what I broke down. Yes, I know, it's a big crime. That's why sensitive people are asked to close their eyes. I have cut her into so many pieces that I even started to get lost in my own madness. I wanted to create a perfect, frightening Libra doll, so I decided not to look at the consequence of my actions. I guess a lot of people will ask me, would not it be easier to just make a new doll? Probably yes. But where's the fun in that? Nobody said it would be easy. It should be innovative and creative. So let's do it! Glove, Steve's tube, sandpaper, mini grinder, hot glue, and of course my epoxy sculpt. I had to buy some accessories. Awaiting their arrival, I decided to start with the construction of the pelvis. Yes, I would like it to be articulated. That's why I will do something like BGD doll. At the time, I had no idea what would come of this. The main pillar of the torso is the aforementioned tube, which I recite for my wonderful children after eating chocolate lollipops. After all, you need to share with your parents. I fastened it with hot glue, wrapped in with aluminium foil and curved elements using epoxy sculpt. Of course, let me again mention that is a time-consuming process and it takes several days to not destroy your own work. In the meantime, you can make other dolls that also require breaks. Later I moved to sculpting, gluing, modeling and so on for 4 constructive days, for a dozen or so hours per day. The eyes were the main problem. I wanted to make them glowing, just like robots, cyborgs presented in various illustrations. Or I could go easy and place the lights on the side of the head. I decided, however, to make her eyes glow. I needed very small light sources. Small LEDs used for balloons were a perfect fit. They are teeny, light and have a round shape. I made a construction for them, made of wire, caps from material water bottles and epoxy sculpt. The hole is covered by previous prepared face in which I cut out holes for eyes. I wanted the face to have a bit of character, that's why I built it with epoxy sculpt. The most time-consuming thing was to match the hole. When everything was already polished, smoothed, I spent the next hours painting my Libra. For this purpose I used acrylic paints, decorative varnish, pear pollen, Mr. Super Clear, and glossy varnish. I attached the armor elements I made from the molded foam to already finished skeleton. I used the legs that my victim has equipment. I drilled the holes so I could simply sight them on the wire structure. The general assumption was that the wire could be seen from the outside because of the transparency of the material. Unfortunately, this idea was not very successful. But what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, or so they say. I wondered for a long time whether to paint them in white to fit the hole more, but I came to the conclusion that it would look much like a stormtrooper, and that was not the plan. People who knows me better are already aware that I suffer for a terrible low self-esteem, so it's better if I do not comment the result. On the other hand, I promised that I would work on accepting myself and what I was doing, so I have to say something positive. Okay, wait. I'm very happy with the final result. I did not expect it to come out like it did. And now, Bożena, you must get a grip. It's hard. Not everything always came out as if we wanted. Take a deep breath. Count to 100. And take criticism on the chest like a real man. Okay. Thank you for your attention. I promise to improve. I love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.